Okay, welcome back, players, and basically anyone that's watching that's trying to figure this out. So this is Henshin character creation. Um, you know, going through the Henshin ranges. Um, so Mimic Ranges, the Power Rangers tabletop game that's going to be played and broadcasted Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time from 9 to 11, sometimes 11:30. Um, so this is how to do character creation. Now, I've already went through like the basics. I kind of stumbled a little bit and rambled, but this is what a character sheet looks like. Light turns gain you tokens. Some raises will gain you tokens. That's like the XP system or the retiring system to get rid of your character. Heavy turns take tokens, and regular turns you can always do. Um, Special turn will can help you and your team. And squad turns is when you work as a team to deal with a situation. Um, like when you all confront your danger and you get presented a token when you all confront it together. Um, and that's everyone gets a token. Um, when the squad wants to do an ultimate attack, it doesn't say it, but you use tokens for those. You sacrifice, I'm gonna say 3 tokens for that. When a squad suited up and mechs are summoned, they may call upon their ultimate form. You literally, when you do that, will lose. Like, you have to use 5 tokens to do that, I'm gonna say. And to actually do the attack, it's gonna cost you like a token. Like, you're gonna be treated as a group. So basic attacks will cost you a token. Regular like team attacks that are like the ultimate, the sword from the original Mighty Morphin, the blaster from the original Mighty Morphin, um, the big finishing move. Those are gonna cost 3 tokens. So your aim is to hoard, basically hoard the tokens. Um, yeah. So that's how the game is actually like played. It's kind of a foofy fluff system, very simple, very And now we're gonna go over character creation. And there's a lot of template characters. This is how the squad sheet, how to make a squad. This is the GM sheet. This is literally, you know, how you play. Um, Before an established color will not be present. Like if an established color will not be present, will we see this color and what might they be doing? This is if a player can't attend. They call players color in this. If it feels right, will a player, I'm gonna say, have a spotlight. Um, Review the squad's principles, powers, and civilian life. Consider how to push them forward in either of them or all of them. Imagine a new location in the community. Imagine new or evolved monsters. Now, during play, you're on a spotlight. Players alone and together. You're gonna type scenes that drive the episode, which is the frame. Play your turns to highlight the player's weakness and show their strengths. Use your monster turns too, they're saying. So, like, you don't get the monster involved. Wrap up conflicts with a promise of more. So, leave cliffhangers. Treat this like it's a Japanese Sentai show. That's what Henshin is. Make it anime. Um, After the game, you crest the characters, you know, basically their input, their vigorness, vignets, or whatever that means. I'm gonna look that up because I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah, a brief description. You know what? Why the hell didn't they just say character summary? Um, Ask a player. See, now they're not even calling them colors; they're calling them character and players to review tasks and vote on who grinded up against these the most. So, like, who's the MVP? That character gets a raise, and that helps them out in the next session. Plan how a connection can become more developed or resolved. That is like relationships, basic stuff. Plan which new color could be introduced. Make notes about everything. It's the GM, it's the GM thing. Make notes. So yeah, that's, I've explained how it's played. I explained the setup of it. Monsters, same situation as plays. They're basically built the exact same way. All right, so let's look at these templates and let's give some examples. All right, so right here is the character template for red. This can technically be any character template. You can choose whatever color you want. It's just this was what they gave us for red. So the red character tasks and their definitions, charge ahead recklessly into if no one's depending on you. So the red range is impulsive. Rise to the occasion when it's the right thing to do. Red Ranger, it has a sense of justice, of right and wrong. Express wonder even if it borders on naivety or whatever. That's basically, you're amazed at how things are done. Eagerly shine the spotlights on your teammates. Explore self-realization and eventual leadership. So your character, picture the character as a growing Leonardo from Ninja Turtles, or the horrible, horrible acting, what makes me laugh and cringe that I love from Ninja Steel. That's a perfect example of that. This is going to be more like the Japanese Power Rangers, heads up. So there will be blood. There will be characters that have meaningful dilemmas, not like happy kid saved by the bell hour. And there will be deaths. So some of the later Power Rangers in America and most of the Sentai in Japan. Your special turn. This, when you create it, it's 1. So you have 5 tasks, 5 heavy turns, 5 regular, 5 light, and 1 special. 1 special turn. When you get to do this, you do this at the beginning of any scene, middle scene, end of a scene. It's just once during a scene. When someone relies on you to solve their problem, they gain a token. I shouldn't say, scene really. So I'm going to let people do this for 1 scene. That is what the template of red says. When you rely on someone weaker than you, your next turn won't take a token. That's an example. It's either you give a teammate a token, or whatever action it is winds up not having you cost a token for your heavy turn. Or, one of the tokens to transform the Megazords or summon the Zords. Which, what was it? Use your weapon. Now, it's basically 1 token the way they do it. I'm going to say that we're probably going to try it their way, but we're probably going to go with like 3 to 10 tokens floating around in the pool for people to play with. Just because I'm going to make it cost more, or I'm going to restrict it to rounds. So, like, only in the 3rd round can you summon your Megazord. Your Zord. Only in the 5th round can you summon your, can you merge the Zords into the Megazord. Yeah, so heavy turns cost you a token. And basically you use your weapon to drive off an enemy. So basically it's got to be generic. Use your weapon to push an enemy away, to hurt the enemy, to hinder the enemy's turn. Transform into your Power Ranger suit or shift into another form. That is going to cost a token. Summoning your mech's going to cost a token or a Zoid. When you ask like interrogation questions, that's gonna cost a token. Regular turns, you get 5, and they're just generic things. Take action, leaving yourself vulnerable. So, you do something stupid. You don't attack somebody. It's like more like, hey, you go to cover somebody and you take it and you leave yourself vulnerable for that. React by taking temporary covers. You can go and run and hide for a free action. You can show off. You can try to prove yourself to someone else by look, I can bench press more than you. You can speak up. Like it's 5 actions that you picture your character doing on a regular basis that wouldn't cost you anything. That isn't like I punch somebody, I transform, you know. Light turns, you get 5 again. Same as regular, same as heavy. Lights are how you get the bennies and the tokens. Bennies and tokens are the same thing. So, I'm used to Savage Worlds, so I say Benny a lot. So these are how the red character gets, the red template gets the token. Head into danger without your squad. So running ahead. Fail to react and suffer the consequences. So you didn't run into the building because you were more focused on the monster, and now you've got dead children because it was an orphanage, you find out, on your head. So now you feel horrible, which is kind of horrible to say, but I mean, it's a soap opera. Let your temper cloud your judgment. Anger. Talk smack to somebody or something more powerful than you. Ask people dumb questions. Why do people follow me? Why am I the cheer captain? Why do I have to cheat on tests? How come I have to pay a fee for my car? Stuff like that. Stupid, idiotic questions that people say that don't make any sense. And I just realized I'm missing a couple of things on that theme credit. There we go. And yeah, that's literally how you build your character. Literally the looks, the connections, the notes, played by who's playing the character. Use your username. Don't use a real name. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I always do this. I didn't say my last name. Looks, describe your character. Oh, wait a second. We have pictures. Connection. Have yourself connected to at least 2 NPCs, some enemy, or even 2 enemies if you want, but max of 2, minimum of 1, and at least 1 player. I don't mean to stress this enough. Your characters are a Power Ranger team. You guys need to have a way that you all are intertwined. The way I'm doing this, they're all knights on the same squad. They are here to protect the realm. They are to keep the kingdom safe, keep the citizens of the realm safe. And they all have some way or form connected to either the wizard or the princess. To have special treatment where the person's like, hey, we're going to modify these shields so you guys can transform into legendary heroes. And yeah, so in a nutshell, that's character creation. That's how we play. If we wind up not, feeling the Henshin system, I think I'm going to be fine with it because I play a lot of Fate and a lot of tabletop and pen and paper and everything. But yeah, if that doesn't work, I did a bit of research on Hyperforce, and we will just use their D6 system from Hyperforce that still is not published, which I would have loved to use instead, but it's not published. I looked up videos on people that have tried to figure out how the system works based off of watching it numerous times, and I watched a little bit of each episode, of not each episode, but like 2 or 3 episodes. I didn't watch the full one. They're like 3 hours long, and I have lots of things to do. Plus, being sick for a good chunk of today didn't help, because I just kind of moped around and ran constantly to figure out why my stomach was hurting. But yeah, that's character creation in a nutshell. I'm gonna link this to all the players, and happy morphing. We are gonna be using Discord for voice. We're gonna be using video on Roll20 for those that want to use video. If you do use video, I'm gonna consider you guys getting an extra token just for doing your like morphing gestures, which is kind of corny, but it's funny because, you know, when you raise your arm like this and you grab your wrist like you're gonna place something into a shield, twist it, and then I don't know, whatever one you guys decide on, you know, forward, you know, that looks really stupid. I don't know. The other way. Yeah, the other way works. Oh my god, you can make it freaking corny as Kiki Kaka. I didn't want to say the S word because I don't want to make this thing PG-13 or 18 up right now. I mean, we definitely will when it's the actual game, but this is a character creation video. I mean, you could do like the Gotcha Man, that however Gotcha Man crowds did it, which was so friggin' insane. But it was really cool that it was a cell phone and they went like that, and they were like this, and then what was it? This. I can't remember. I haven't seen crowds in like a year and a half because I found out that it's way too expensive and I'm not going to buy. I think I'm just going to boycott anything released by that anime company. I can't remember the name of it, but they did like, I'll just watch the subtitle ones on Crunchyroll. I hate to say it like that, because I don't feel like $60 and $70 is worth an anime that's gonna be like 12 to 15 episodes. Like, I don't know. Funimation is selling them at like $20 to $30, which is reasonable for 20 episodes. And this company is mooching. It's like when it's like go on Lagan. 26 episode series sold for $200 or $140 now or something like that. Like, are you freaking kidding me? No, we're not paying that. It's the reason I won't buy the Power Ranger DVDs. I watch them on Netflix or on Shout with commercials like my brother does. But my brother buys all the Shout DVDs. No offense, I don't want to pay $40 and $50 for a damn TV series that's really old and outdated. I love it just as much as the next person, but I'm not like a diehard fan that's like, I need it. I mean, it's the only reason I gave Henshin a shot, for God's sakes. Henshin was literally dirt cheap compared to most role-playing things, and my brother was like, "Okay, you gotta try this." This is a good alternative because I want to play a Power Rangers game and nobody's running them, and your husband ran one and I couldn't join and I want to join, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make a new game because, yeah. I mean, I'm rambling. I'm gonna end the video call, whatever. Cause yeah, I'm rambling. Character creation's done. If you stayed for this long, I'm sorry. You're not getting those 3 minutes back of your life. There is no refund button. You have just wasted all that time listening to me rant about anime. And if you enjoyed it, then I guess leave a comment. That's, yeah.